everybody. Thanks for coming on for devotions today. Today I want to talk about going for gold. That's what God wants us to do, go for gold in whatever we do. You know, when athletes go to Olympics, they're going not with bronze in mind, they're going with the go for a gold. They're going to give their best shot at it, believing that they would come home with a gold medal for their country. So I want to encourage us to go for gold with God. And as we go for gold, let's ask ourselves, what level are we giving him? Is it bronze level, silver level, gold level? And that will take us to an account in 2 Chronicles chapter 12. The king of Egypt, he invaded Israel, and that was during the reign of Solomon's son, King Rehoboam. And he went into the palace and he stole lots of gold items from the treasury, including some ornamental gold shields that Solomon had made. Now, what did he do as a result? Rehoboam compensated for that loss, and he made some shields of bronze, which is an alloy of copper and zinc. So really, Rehoboam made a look-alike, an imitation, a substitute. Now, these shields were kept and used for public occasions. When they had to go into the temple, solemn occasions, they would take the shields into the temple when they went to worship. Let's read that in verse 11 of that chapter. It says, "When the king went to the Lord's temple, the guards went with him, bearing the shields, and afterward they returned them to the guard room." So they were acting as if they were still as precious as if they were gold, had the guards there, and they took them back, and it was business as usual. You take them to the temple during your worship, and they hoped probably that nobody noticed any difference, and it was business as usual. But we've all heard the expression, all that glitters is not gold. So even though it looked like gold on the outside, it was not gold on the inside. And I presume with time, it probably tarnished and it lost its shiny look. They probably maybe had to polish it to keep it looking good. But sooner or later, everyone realized this is not the real thing. This is not gold. This is just an imitation. But Rehoboam was quite happy to settle for second best, for cheaper, as we say in Trinidad, da goods. So something that was of inferior quality, but yet seemed like if it was the original. And I think of in the Old Testament, God already lamented many times with the children of Israel, and he says, "They worship me with their lips," that's externally, "but their hearts, the inward, is really far from me." So I want to encourage us, I encourage myself to stop giving mediocre to God in our devotion to him, in coming to his house, in our service, whatever we do. I want to encourage us to give God gold worship, give him gold praise, give him gold service at all times. In the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 20 from the Amplified, it says, "Now in a large house there are not only vessels and objects of gold and silver, but also vessels and objects of wood and of earthenware, and some are for honorable, noble, and good use, and some for dishonorable, ignoble, and common. Therefore, if anyone cleanses himself from these, which are dishonorable, disobedient, and sinful, he will be a vessel for honor, sanctified, set apart for a special purpose, and useful for the master, prepared for every good work." So if you and I free ourselves or purge ourselves from dishonorable use, we can become fit vessels for the master's use, just as some golden vessels were used in that house. So let's rate our worship, let's rate our service, our commitment to God. Is it gold quality? Well, I want to encourage us that we don't have to stay whatever level we are. We can do an exchange today. The book of Isaiah chapter 60 verse 17 says, "Instead of bronze, I bring you gold." So let's go for gold.